Don't assume you're going to fail. It's a great book for anyone who sometimes feels afraid. What would you do if you had no fear? What if I fail? I am so guilty of this. Just be a little braver. Some days I'm paralyzed with fear. None of us know what the future holds. You might have remembered last week I found this book in my trailer. It's called Fearless versus Fearless, or basically the idea that in life, it's not about having no fear. It's about realizing that sometimes you need to have less of it. It's about a solo female RVer, and she did this 20 years ago. Interesting, but I can't actually fathom what it would be like to do something like this without the internet. Now, even though the book is directed at solo RV life and the experiences of RVing, it's a great book for anyone who sometimes feels afraid, just a part of life. This is a beautiful area behind my building. I often come back here with Jasper and sit and read and hang out. I thought it'd be a great place to chill out, enjoy the sun, and read you a few passages from this book. I've also included an affiliate link if you want to get a copy of this book for yourself. And I hope that either way, it inspires you today and it reminds you that it's not about having no fear. It's about understanding that sometimes in life, we're scared. It's human. Tell your kids that. Stop telling people don't be afraid. Stop telling your kids don't be afraid. Let them know, you know what? It is okay to be scared. It's okay to try something new and be a little worried, be a little hesitant. But what we need to encourage our children and we need to remember for ourselves is that despite having those fears, do it anyway. This all started for Malia when she went to a course and somebody asked her, what would you do if you had no fear? This is a question that I have pondered with a lot of my adult life, and I know it's a question a lot of other people have pondered with. In fact, there are so many things that I've done in my life that people, you here, my supporters, have told me that I'm brave and courageous for doing and trying and tackling. I feel fear a lot. I have the doubt. I ask these questions. I have insane anxiety about what if, what might happen. But I take action most of the time. It's not easy for me, and the reason for sharing my journeys and my struggles and my tears is because I want you to know that you are not alone in feeling this way. Now, Malia started her journey, like I said, in 2021. And her message from this book is to not wait to follow your dreams, because none of us know what the future holds. None of us. And what's interesting is that in 2018, Malia was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. This book was one of the last things she did. And I know it has inspired me. And I'm confident some of these lessons that she's learned along the way will also inspire you. You will see that I dog ear the pages. The reason for this is when I read a book that influences me, affects me, I want to go back and remember. I want to be reminded of what it is that touched me. One of my favorite lessons is to tell people about your dream. Don't keep it buried inside of you. Now, I know often in life we have dreams and goals and we don't want to tell people because, well, for me, what if I fail? What if I tell people I have this big, audacious goal and dream and then I don't succeed? What will people think of me? There's going to be people that will discourage you, but you're never going to know who might know someone or something who can help you progress toward your dream in an unimaginable way. Don't compromise what you want because of limitations that are probably not as bad as you made them out to be. She talks about purchasing her RV, but this applies to anywhere in life. Don't assume you're going to fail. Break through the barriers and decide to go for what you want instead of settling for less. Thankfully, most of the collections of fears I had before taking off were not really deserving of the worry and fear I had inflicted upon myself. I am so guilty of this. You know, I have anxiety, and for those of you that understand anxiety, my brain thinks of all of the worst case scenarios. What if I fail? What if I go bankrupt? What if I lose my money? What if I die? What if, I don't know, like just blah, craziness. Again, it's just a part of being human, and the reality of it is the fears never seem to be as bad as we thought they would be. Likewise, the fears that popped up along the way were never as dark, nor as mountainous, as steep as I had feared. And the last and most important lesson of this book is that don't wait to follow your dreams and end up having a life full of regrets instead of memories. No matter how much life you've lived at this point, none of us know how much we have left. I am so grateful for the experiences that I've had in my life and the things that I've done. Traveling in my RV alone, going through a brain tumor, divorce, miscarriage, lost jobs, just life. Some days I'm paralyzed with fear. I'll admit it, my anxiety gets the best of me and it stops me. But it's stories like this, books like this, people like this that give me some inspiration to choose just to fear a little bit less. This is why I'm vlogging. This is why I'm sharing my story. Brene Brown said it eloquently, but I want to know that someday the story of how I overcame my struggles, how I dealt with my fear, becomes someone else's survival guide. I want this to be my legacy. And I hope that I've inspired, or maybe Malia's book will inspire some of you to just be a little braver. It's not about the destination. Life is about the journey that we take to get there.